Warning, this product is very sharp. Improper handling or misuse of this product may cause serious injury or death.
All right, so I've got a knife here. Most of the knives I've done have been either mine or from Work Tough. I have a couple others, but not that many. So this knife is from Apoc, Survival, part of Cas Iberia, and I hope I'm saying that right. This is the first knife like this I've owned. I do have an Apoc, I think it's a Cutlass. I'm pretty sure this has a different name, but that's the only other Apoc item that I have. I do have like one of the Cas Hanwei tactical katanas, but I don't have any other knives yet. This is a first knife for me. So this knife is about $114. So I would consider that, you know, it's not as cheap as like some of the Amazon knives, but you know, it's a little bit more expensive. So I would still consider this a budget knife for like a knife this size. All right, so looks like we have the Tech-Lock clip, Kydex sheath. Check the retention. All right, let's give it a little shake at 45 degrees. All right, the knife is heavy enough at 40, at you know, vertical straight up and down, the knife's heavy enough where it will come out. So on a knife this size, I would like to see a little bit better retention right here. It's a little extra. I could probably heat that myself and do that. I would like to see a little bit more retention. But the Kydex does look nice. Rivets look good. All right, let's get the blade out. Comes with a sticker. Always like stickers. Kind of running out of room with my safe. And these are produced in China. Let's see what kind of specs. The maker of this knife, well, the designer, is Wallace. The blade is D2, titanium coated. And on the specs online, it says at the guard, it's 6.5 millimeters. And then it kind of tapers out to the tip. Hopefully it's zooming in. It's focusing good enough to see that. All right, the handle is G10. A close look, you can see it's got like some light texturing on the handle. It is contoured around where your index finger would be. And the handle comes up onto the choil saw. It feels pretty good. So when I get into the use, I'll see if this is an issue or not, but it may not be. But you can see how there's like an edge there where it goes from the texture to like flat. It feels okay in hand. Sometimes that stuff can get hot when you start chopping, but you know, we'll see. We'll get into it when I start chopping. I won't wear gloves, and we'll see if that is still comfortable. Fits the hand. The handle fits the hand very well. Always like things. Anytime there's a knife this size, I like having some type of pommel there. It just keeps the knife in your hand when you're chopping, especially, you know, a larger knife. right, so I'm not sure if this has any cutouts or if it's full tang. All right, let's break out the tape measure. I'll give you guys some measurements. Y'all. All right, it looks like we're about 9 3/8 from tip to the top of the handle scales, and about almost just about 8 3/4 inches of sharpened blade. The thickest part, if I can make this sit still, I need an extra hand. Looks like we're (1 5/8). 1 5/8 blade width. Not sure if I can make this stand up. I think this is about, I'm pretty sure it's 1/4 inch. Yeah, so it's US measurements. It's about 1/4 inch blade stock at the handle, then it tapers forward. Let's see, inner grip. Man, I really need one of those overhead tripods, this box. Let me move this box. It's in the way of my hand over there. Inner grip is it's right about 4.5 inches. Total handle is about 5 3/4. Let's see, need a little extra tape. It looks like we're about 15 1/8 for the total length. And stand by again, I'm gonna get another measurement off this handle. It looks like it's just under 1 inch wide this way, about that. All right, so let's check the edge a little bit. Let me see if I can cut a toilet paper roll. This is out of the box. I haven't cut anything with this. So let's see if I can cut a toilet paper roll. All right. So that's good, right out of the box. I don't know if I can cut paper on camera with you guys. Let me flip this up and see if that works. If this doesn't work, I will have to edit this out. We'll see if it does. Hopefully y'all can see that. Oop. All right, so hopefully y'all can see that. All right, so it is cutting paper out of the box. All right, let's flip this back over. All right, so one thing that I did notice out of the box, and you can see it's sharp, it's cutting paper, but I think I can get this a lot sharper. There is a slight burr on this side, and you can hear it. So it's smoother on this side, slight as a burr on that side. I got a feeling with a couple passes with the ceramic rod, it'll be super sharp. So, you know what, let's try that. Let's try this on camera. Where's that burr? Okay, like you guys saw, this was sharp. It came sharp. It cut the toilet paper roll. It had a little bit of a burr on one side, so I tried to fix that. Tough to do on camera, so had to go off camera. So let's test this edge and see how I did. All right, see if I can do the other way. It's kind of hitting the handle on the table. But cuts both ways. Let's flip it up and cut the paper. All right. All right. So, quick fix. Got that edge. You can hear it scratch now on both sides. Got that edge sharp. Let's see, anything else? Pretty much a full flat grind on this. And the spine is not razor sharp, but it has a 90 on it. Got a little bit of movement in the scales there. I think I need to tighten the hardware. All right, I'm gonna need to tighten this. Somebody had mentioned to me before that the hardware wasn't tight all the way and that they have fixed that on newer shipments. So before I start chopping with this, you can hear it. I just need to tighten up that hardware. All right, so this is the Apoc M Wallace, the Wallace Bowie. It's pretty cool. Kind of has that like a Gerber Australian fighter, but a little bit of a choil for that utility control work. All right, D2 is supposed to be pretty good stuff. So I'm eager to get it out and see what this thing does. All right, y'all have a good one. Later. All right, this is a quick size comparison for y'all that are familiar with the V44X. You can see it's got a similar blade to handle ratio. The V44X is kind of like a heavier chopper, and the Wallace Bowie is more of like a fighter style. But both are capable of each. But stay tuned for the use video, and y'all have a good one. Later.